How's it going, guys? Welcome back to another video. After the conclusion of Friday's practice, we now have a better idea of where our team lies, especially on the injury report side, as some players were still in concussion protocol, like Rashaad Gary. So after Friday's practice, we're now in a better place to figure out what players are probably going to suit up and where the rest of the injury report lies. So to start off with, we have David Bakhtiari, once again with that knee injury. Did not suit up last week for us against the Commanders, unexpectedly, especially since it flared up, I believe, on Saturday. He was a limited participant on Wednesday, did not participate on Thursday, and was once again a limited participant on Friday. No clear status of what his availability is going to be this game against the Bills. I believe he will play. He does have a questionable designation. I believe he will play, though, but it won't be in where in the Jets game, he played almost the entirety of the full game. I believe it'll be like the previous weeks where he was kind of on a pitch count. So for one drive, he'll play, and then on the next drive, he'll get spelled probably by Zach Tom, who filled in for him last week at left tackle and did a pretty good job. Granted, he had some help, but he still held his own in the pass protection area. So I feel like he's not going to play the full game, and he'll be on a pitch count. But we'll know more come Sunday if his availability, if he'll actually play, or if they'll just hold him out again with that knee injury. Next up, we have Rashaad Gary. Had a concussion suffered over in the game against the Commanders late in the fourth quarter. So he was in concussion protocol, so he did not participate on Wednesday's practice, was a limited participant on Thursday, and on Friday he was a full participant, pretty much clearing concussion protocol, so he should be good to go. This Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, he does have a questionable injury designation, but I believe this is due to the fact of the severity. He did have a concussion, so they're going to put a questionable designation, but he should be full go. Next, Shamon Jean-Charles didn't participate at all this week with that ankle injury. He's officially been declared out. He might be an IR candidate, but as of right now, he's still on the roster, and he's out this week, and he'll probably be out for another few weeks, so we'll see what happens after this week, but won't be there for the Bills. Next up, Elton Jenkins, knee injury. This one was a little bit of a shocker since he hasn't really been on the injury report. He did not participate on Wednesday's practice and was a limited participant on Thursday and Friday's practice. So no real details are coming out about why he's on the injury report. It's probably because of that knee. They might be trying to slightly ease his workload during the week so he's good to go come game time. He hasn't looked entirely like his old self, but he is coming from an ACL injury. So as of right now, he has a questionable designation. We're not entirely sure if this is just a precaution, if he might actually be held out this game. But if he's held out this game and potentially not Elton Jenkins, but David Bakhtiari on the left side, that's going to cause some problems on the offensive line. That's already struggled this season. So we get both Bach even on a pitch count, and then we have Jenkins at the left guard. We'll be in a lot better shape. But if we're missing both of them, it could get ugly. Next, Allen Lazard had the shoulder injury. Didn't really expect him to practice at all this week, and he didn't. And he's already been declared out, which we expected, especially when Matt LaFleur early in the week stated that they're trying to figure out if he'll be out game or games, pluralized. So when he said that, it was pretty much certain this guy's going to be out at least a week. I feel like he could be out 2 or 3 weeks. Not long enough for him to go on IR, though, but he's going to need more than 1 week to recuperate from that shoulder injury. Next, we have Aaron Rodgers. He's been on the injury report for the past few weeks after that Giants game where he hurt his right thumb. Didn't participate on Wednesday and was a limited participant on Thursday and Friday's practice, but he does not have an injury designation. This is just a week-by-week basis. He's going to be good to go. He'll be playing this Sunday against the Bills. Next, Sammy Watkins on the injury report again because of the hamstring injury. He was a limited participant all week, but he does not come out of Friday's practice with an injury designation, which is good to go. So it seems like his hamstring injury is pretty much fully healed or just as close to 100% as he can be. So that is very good news, especially since our wide receiver group is very depleted, with only Romeo Doubs, Samori Toure, and Amari Rodgers, the only healthy receivers, being on the roster. So having Sammy Watkins there is going to be an upgrade. We need receivers because we are hurting badly. Which brings me to the next receiver, Christian Watson, who's also on the injury report. He's been sidelined with that hamstring injury as well. He was a limited participant each day, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday this week, so that is an upgrade from not participating the last few weeks, but he still has a questionable designation. Now, I believe with Christian Watson, they're going to wait till game time to actually test out the hamstring, see how he feels. If he's not like 90%, I feel like they will and they should hold him out just so he doesn't re-injure that hamstring, and then we're waiting another 3 or 4 weeks from our number 2 pick, who's been dealing with this hamstring pretty much the entire season. Now, if he's feeling good and it feels like it's close to 100% or 90%, then they'll probably let him play. He might be on a pitch count. He might go in and out with Sammy Watkins, and it'll be an upgrade even though we haven't used Christian Watson to the best of our ability. Mainly been using him for jet sweeps, and that's about it. I wish we would use him a lot more than just a jet sweep player, but jet sweep will at least do something to the defense. Maybe we'll jet sweep and just run the ball. But it's going to be interesting what the Packers do between today and tomorrow, as that leaves 5 receivers, if they all are healthy enough to play between. And with only 52 players currently on the roster, they have one more spot to bring up, potentially Juwann Winfree. The problem with that is he's already been promoted to the active squad 3 times. So if they do it again, they're going to have to sign him to the active roster. So it's going to be interesting what the Packers do in that sense, because they didn't do it last week. And, well, now we're playing the Bills, and we don't have Lazard. So are they going to pull the trigger this week and just officially sign Juwann Winfree to the active roster? I guess we'll find out later today or tomorrow if the Packers make any type of move and how they feel about where Sammy Watkins and Christian Watson are currently at. Then lastly, we have Mercedes Lewis. He's been doing this every week. He's just on veteran rest. He was a full participant on Friday with no injury designation, and he'll be good to go this Sunday. So he's fine. It's just normal veteran rest, especially due to his age. And so with Sunday night coming upon us and finally getting by Friday's practice to find out where our injury report is, I just wanted to make a video of an update of where we currently sit injury-wise and who could potentially play and where everyone's at so far that we know to our knowledge. And of course, let me know what you think down in the comments. If you like the video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and as always, go Pack Go.